All right, so looks like Shlomo is joining us. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, colleagues, and welcome to this session. So my name is Cosmos Mamunze. I'm the portfolio manager for South Africa at USAID Southern Africa Trade Investment Hub. We have got a session today to prepare, to be better prepared for listing on Amazon via our partner, Albert Scott. So allow me to welcome everyone who has joined. I see we've got partners as well on the call. I see colleagues from the Northern Cape. Felicity, thanks for joining. And so on this call, we have got firms that are going to be be listing shortly, and those that would want to gather information and make decisions in terms of whether to or not to list on Amazon. So we have got Albert Scott, who has been our partner. We've got Shlomo. He will talk to us about how best can we prepare. We have had delays or challenges in the past. The first wave, where after listing, we had some bit of challenges, some delays in terms of listing. So those are some of the areas that we want to discuss and make sure that everyone is ready. And because right now we have engaged Albert Scott, and the next stage is for exporters to send their products to the United States. So we want to make sure that everything happens as soon as possible. The project is coming to an end, as you are aware, in September, and all our technical activities are going to end June 30. So we've got this small window to make sure that one, our products are with Albert Scott, and secondly, that by the time we get to the end of the project, we have recorded sales via Amazon. So it's everyone on deck to make sure that this activity, this new assignment is successful. So again, welcome. May I allow Shlomo to please go ahead, present to the participants. Like I indicated, we've got firms that will be listing. We've got firms that just here to decide. So it's a very important short session for us. Thank you. Over to you, Shlomo.
Kaz, thanks for the introduction. Nice to meet all of you, and welcome to the seminar here. I'm actually going to present the processes of selling on Amazon and working with us for the brands that are moving forward, and I'm going to be kind of showing you how it all works as I go through it. And I understand this is not exactly perfect if you're not sure whether or not to launch. This is not a discussion so much about the opportunity of Amazon, but rather the practical walkthrough of what this actual program means, how it works, and seeing it kind of happen. So forgive me if you're here looking to try to figure out whether or not to ship inventory Amazon. I'm not going to spend so much time about the pros and cons on that. Right now I'm going to go through the actual process of how this works and getting started here. So today my presentation is actually broken into two parts. The first part today is just a discussion of how actually the overall flow of working together would work. And the second part of my presentation will discuss the details of what needs to be done in order to move forward. So the first step is just a top level explanation. I understand that most of you guys may not be familiar necessarily with some of the details of Amazon, how it works and the process. So the first top level conversation is, how does Amazon really work, and how does it work here for, let's say, a brand based out of your region to sell on Amazon? So the process of selling on Amazon, the second part I'll kind of show you through graphically. The first part I'm just going to kind of explain to you at this point, and I just want to kind of go through the general process. So you have a product that you're looking to sell on Amazon, and obviously you need to determine what product that is, and you need to determine a retail price for that product. And what I mean by that is, when you sell on Amazon, you have to choose the price of your product as the customer sees it. So If you have a wallet, you may want to charge $30 or $50. If you have a food item, you may want to charge $15 or $20. Depending on the product, you always want to choose a price that, number one, is going to customers will buy it at that price. If it's exaggerated, if it's way above the market, then obviously customers won't buy the product if it's too expensive. You also want to choose a price that when fees are reduced from that price, when Amazon will take some money off that sale price, and working together, you're going to lose some money from that sale price, and there were costs associated with the sale of the product. You want to make sure that you're left obviously with profit. So if you sell a product for $20 and after all the fees of working together on Amazon, you net, let's say $12, and it costs $3 to make the product and $3 to ship it to the US. So that means that you're left with $6. So it was $6 to make and ship it to the US. You sold it for 20, and you get back from Amazon $12 after all fees, including everything included from us, and you made $6 profit. So you're going to choose the retail price of your product. You're going to choose your product. When you choose your retail price, of course, you're going to be focused on those two things. But Leah, staying out of the details, you're going to ship product to the Albert Scott warehouse in the United States. Albert Scott's going to, of course, make sure your product is up on Amazon. We're going to take your product once it's received in our warehouse. We're going to break down the pallet. We're going to prepare it for individual shipping, and we're going to ship it to Amazon. So you ship us a pallet of wallets. We're going to, let's say, bag those wallets, put an Amazon label on it, ship it to an Amazon fulfillment center. So first set of shipping was you guys shipped it to us. When we receive the product is not available for sale on Amazon. When we receive the product, we're going to take it, turn it around and ship it to Amazon. And when Amazon receives the product in their warehouse, that is when the product becomes available on Amazon. Now a customer goes to Amazon, he types in, let's say back to the wallet case, he types in, leather wallet, and he sees your product. It's going to be available because Amazon has the product in their warehouse. We've designed the product page. And then he goes and purchases the product. All right, so he pays $20, let's say, for the wallet. Amazon will wait about 2 weeks to a month to pay us. So they're going to pay us $12, $13. We're going to receive the money and pass along the payment to you guys. And let's say after all your nets and fees, you would receive $12 for the item. So you shipped it to us, we shipped it to Amazon, it became available for sale. A customer goes and buys it. Amazon ships it to the customer in New Jersey or in Florida or in California. Amazon will ship it to the customer. The customer pays Amazon. Amazon pays us about a month later, and we pass along the check to you guys. Of course, you track everything that's going on as far as sales-wise through this Albert Scott portal. And if we're going to be listing your product as well as marketing your product. Marketing your product means pushing the sales of your product, investing funds to push the sales of your product during this process. Now you sell through your products, and of course, as you build a rate of sale, you ship more inventory to Amazon, depending on how big of a rate of sale you've generated with the products. And then from there, you continue to sell on Amazon. So that's the process. Ship to us, we ship to Amazon, Amazon ships to the customer, it becomes available for sale. Customer pays Amazon, Amazon pays us, we pay you. You keep track of it with a piece of software that we're going to be providing for you. And of course, you ship more inventory as you build a rate of sale. So what I just described to you is not so much the details of what we need to do here, but the general idea of what happens on Amazon, just to kind of give some context so you understand. Now that I jump into what this next step of the process of what we need to do here is, you kind of understand the general processes of Amazon. So now I'm going to actually share my screen for a second, and jump over here to the processes that we need to work together. And I'm going to go through this little list over here, as well as kind of show you a product on Amazon and what I'm talking about with all of the details here. Alrighty. So now that we understand the process, one of the first things that we have to do here is, so there is a general agreement that we're going to be sending over. Your account manager will send over an agreement after this call. Today or tomorrow, you'll receive an agreement basically that will go through some of the details of working together. It's not very restrictive in any sense of the word. It just kind of explains how what the process here is and how it all works. So you'll click it over. If you have any questions, of course, you'll ask us and we'll get back to you. Now, jumping to the process here, but after the agreement, the first piece the first part we have to do is, I'm sure many of you have many products. We have to choose a correct product. My first recommendation for choosing a correct product is choose your best-selling product outside of Amazon. If you have a product that you sell very well in whatever region you're selling your product in, that's the product that you should try to push on Amazon, because you have what we call social testing. Social testing means you know that people have enjoyed your product somewhere. So if they've enjoyed your product in your region, there's a good chance they'll enjoy it in the United States. So I wouldn't spend so much time on trying to figure out what's going on Amazon and what's going on in the market. Rather, try to figure out your own products, what you're proudest of, what you feel like you would want to push the most on Amazon. If you have a question of a number of products, you're not sure if you should be selling your wallet, you should be selling your, scarf, or you should be selling your head covering, send over the list to the marketing director, to your account manager, and he will then kind of help guide you. He'll have some internal discussions and we'll help guide you of what we think will sell the best. Again, choosing the right product, you basically want to choose a product that, now there are certain guidelines, and I'm going to go through some basic do's and don'ts after this, and I'm going to send you a copy of both of these files after the meeting, so you'll have them. But this is the basics. So the first thing, of course, you have to do is choose the product, the correct product. So choose a product from your catalog that you currently have that you want to push on Amazon. It can have a variation or two, so it can have a few different flavors or a few different colors. But choose your product. The second piece is you need to choose your price. Okay. Now, the way that you choose your price on Amazon is with something called a financial model. What's a financial model? A financial model is a model that will show you, and I'll open up one in a second. A financial model shows you, if I sell the product for $15, what am I going to receive back after the fees on Amazon? And different products have different models. So after you choose your product, you're going to send an email to your account manager saying, here's the product we chose. Here are the dimensions of the product that I'm looking to sell. So it's it's a wallet, and the wallet is 3 inches by 2 inches, or 20 centimeters by 10 centimeters, or whatever the case of the size of the wallet is. And you send over that to your account manager. Your account manager will send you back. We're going to financial model it. Means we're going to make a model that says, if you sell it for 20, you make 12. If you sell it for 22, you make 14. If you sell it for 18, you make 10. So the model will allow you, it's just an Excel file where you just put in your retail price, and it tells you, based on that retail price and based on the size and dimensions of your item, how much are you going to receive back after all the fees. And this is, of course, very important, because you want to choose a price that, as I mentioned before, number one, is profitable. And profitable means that after you receive your fees from Amazon, and the cost of good and the cost of shipping it to the United States, you're in fact making money. And of course, number two, you want to choose a price that is in fact sellable. You don't want to choose a price that's outside the market. You don't want to choose a very expensive price. If you're not sure if the price you're choosing is too expensive for Amazon or too expensive for the current market, that's the second question you should ask your account manager, is going to be, is this price seem to make sense on Amazon? Should we go lower or should we go higher? And let him come back to you and say what he feels about it. And that's really a question for the marketing team internally at Albert Scott to figure out if, in fact, this is the best price or maybe there's a better price. So if you're not sure about the price, similar to if you're not sure about the product, you send us what you're thinking about, your options for pricing. I'm thinking about maybe 18, maybe 20, maybe 22. What do you recommend? And let us come back to you with what we recommend for the pricing there. So setting a price is the second part of working together. The third part is, of course, creating the product page of Amazon. And I'm going to show you an example of a product page in a few moments. But to create a product page in Amazon means that my listing team, it's a team at Albert Scott and my firm that is fully focused on designing the product page. The product page is the only way that your customer interacts with your product and determines whether or not your customer decides to buy it or not. So the quality of your product page is going to directly relate to how well your product does and how far the marketing and how many units you sell. So my listing team is going to design the text of the product page as well as the images for the product page you're going to provide my listing team with whatever photography and images you have of your product. If for some reason you don't have images of your product, you can wait for the products to hit Albert Scott's warehouse in the US and New York. We will then take care of the photography from there if you don't have photography. The best way to do this to move forward is to use your current set of photography, work with my listing team, send your images over. They're going to take those images and put them and design them into a graphical listing, and I'll show you what that means. But the listing is a term for the product page at Amazon, and we're going to work on making it look as professional and as persuasive as possible. You're going to work with us by providing us images and some basic information around your listing in order for us to design the product page in the best way possible. You're going to, of course, send inventory, and this is extremely important to start working on almost immediately, is to work with Kaz and team. Unfortunately, the actual import process with the regulation, with the VAT, with the tariff, with all of the different pieces that are working, that apply to shipping product internationally to the United States, all of that needs to be handled. Unfortunately, Albert Scott does not focus or feature that element, so that you'll have to work with Kaz. Kaz, of course, has a number of resources to help you bring product into the United States, but of course, you have to ship inventory to the United States. When it comes to determining how much inventory, that's another question for your account manager. Certain products we're going to need more inventory of. Certain products you're going to need less inventory of. We would recommend over shipping inventory, ship more inventory than if you're not sure how much. You ship more inventory and try to bring down your logistics costs for bringing inventory into the United States. So the next process is shipping inventory to the Albert Scott warehouse in New York, and you're going to work with Kaz on doing that. You're going to work with Albert Scott to determine a quantity of inventory as far as how much inventory they're shipping. Now, we receive the inventory into Albert Scott. We're going to then take it, and this is not mentioned here, but we're going to prepare the goods and ship it to Amazon's warehouses. So the goods hit the Albert Scott warehouse. We take the product. At that point, if it's possible, your listing should be fully designed. You've already worked with the listing team in the process of the product had been shipping to the United States. You worked with the listing team. And now we're going to ship the product to Albert Scott. The next step is investing in marketing. The Trade Hub has basically secured a marketing launch for each of these products. So the second the products hit Amazon, we're going to be investing into the actual marketing to start generating sales. So on that day, you should basically already, not on that day, but within the first week or two of selling, you should already start seeing sales. The next step is obviously you're at every point, you want to be communicating with the Albert Scott manager. You want to be working with your account manager who is working with you guys to make sure that all these pieces are running smoothly. Then, of course, when it comes to seeing live sales, you're going to use our portal. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. You're going to use our software to see what's selling, how much it's sold, and whatnot. You're going to get paid after the month is done. So after January is done, February, you get paid. And as your inventory sells, you're going to work with your account manager to restock that inventory, replenish, send more inventory based on the sales and how well the product sells. All right, so this is the overall process. And now I'm actually going to jump to showing it to you on Amazon, so to speak, and how that works. So this is a process that we've launched. This is a product we've launched to the program. All right, it is the program. The product is a vegetable protein. So the first thing that was determined here was what is the retail price on Amazon? Okay, how much are we selling a 1-pack for? In this case, we're selling it a 1-pack, and we are selling it in a 3-pack. All right, so how much are we selling these products for? All right, and the question of selling how much to sell this product for is always going to be a question of how much are you going to make at that price. So if you sell this product over here for $17.49, you'll see that you're going to make $8.26 for these 3. That means to say that this is basically a financial model. You'll receive one of these showing all the costs that reduce. So it's a $17.49 sale price, but after the shipping, after Amazon takes some commission and all of that, they receive back $8.26 a unit. So they know when they launched at $17.49 how much they make per unit. All right, jumping to the product. So here, $17.49 is the retail price that they've chose. Besides for that, they've worked the second step with working with the listing team. The listing team has taken the product and designed this product page. So they took the product features and they added it to the product page. They have a lifestyle image, which was provided by the brand. We added, of course, the text and the graphics. This is another graphic we've created here. We took the nutrition facts. We've added, now these graphics capture a lot of the product features of the product. It's high in fiber, it's gluten-free, it's preservative-free, it's high in protein, all of that. And it captures a lot of that. And of course, we're convincing customers to buy it. So we're going to work on the text. The text has a lot to do with the searches. So the reason why this is the name of the text is so that on Amazon, the reason why this sells today is because people are going to type in, you know, textured vegetable protein. All right, that's a search on Amazon, as you see. And then our product is right here. The reason why our product is right here is because we spent money on marketing it up here, and now our product naturally shows up right here, which is why it sells. Now, as the products sell, of course, you're going to get reviews. This product already, since we launched it with the Trade Hub, has 158 reviews. It reviews beautifully well with a 4.6, and everybody loves the product. All right, we're going to design this product page as well. So besides for the graphics up here, there will be graphics as well on the bottom of your page, as you see here, created by my listing team, in order to kind of convince customers when they get here to buy the product. All right, so now here's the product is up. We've shipped it to Amazon. It's selling at $714.49. As you can see, it ships from Amazon over here. All right, Greatest Buys is the master account that we're selling these products under, and it ships from Amazon. So we receive the goods, we shipped it to Amazon. Now Amazon is available for sale. If I say buy now, Amazon will ship me a product from their warehouses. Now here's where you track this. We're looking at right now is the Albert Scott portal. All right, the Albert Scott portal is your way of looking at how much inventory you have, how much sales you're doing, and all of that. So here is your daily sales. So today already they did $32.48. If you go to yesterday, so I just jumped into the product page, for yesterday, you can see live sales as they happen. So yesterday, this is the sales that they did. They've sold, 15 of these 5-packs, 2 of these singles, 2 1-packs, and they did $277 in sales yesterday. All right, so here's the products that have sold, and you can capture that live. Besides for that, of course, you're going to want to know how much you're getting paid. Here's a version of the same monthly statement. In the month of January, we did 8,000 in sales, 75.5. All right, here's your product sales. And of course, you've got your net income from Amazon, how much your fees are, and this is an explanation of everything. Of course, they knew when they sold $7,500 what, and you can of course see how much, what the product sales are and all of that. So this is the Albert Scott, this is the portal. And then this is the portal which you're going to use to see what's sold every day, how much it's selling, and how much your check's going to be based on those sales, while we go and, of course, market the product and build it up on different search. So that's just a rundown of the general process here. I just have one more quick file to share with you guys, and then I'm going to give it back to Kaz for questions and answers. The final file we need to discuss is products. Picking the right product. Just a basic guidance here is we can't sell frozen goods, we can't sell refrigerated goods. Chocolates and gummies we should try to avoid. If you only have chocolate, then we'll work with you guys to sell chocolate. We do sell a lot of chocolate on Amazon. We've built some of the best selling chocolate on Amazon. If you want to know brands that we've built on Amazon, even in the chocolate space, we've today built probably over 300 brands on Amazon, or more than that total. So we do know what we know we're doing on the Amazon world, but even in the chocolate space, we do represent some of the best selling chocolate on Amazon, as far as, Amazon goes. So we do know the chocolate space. This right here is a brand we've launched on Amazon. It sells a few $1,000s a day. And it's, we saw it from launch. So we know each space intimately well. But then again, you want to try to avoid products that are going to have problems. This product is the 1,500 best-selling grocery product on Amazon, and it sells, as I said, a few $1,000s a day of product. So you can definitely sell chocolate, but try to avoid it. Same thing with gummies. If you have more than not just gummies, products that melt, usually want to avoid oversized items. if the smallest size is more than 8 inches, the medium size is more than 14 inches, the largest size is more than 18 inches, you want to, and I will send you a copy of this, you want to kind of avoid that product. Try not to sell products over $100. All right. Products that are, Amazon is not a luxury market. It's really a cheap market. It's a market for people to get cheap products. So think of it that way. And therefore try to figure out, if you have an expensive line, try to figure out a product that's not so overly priced for its area. So a $50 wallet can sell, even if products are normally sold for 20. If you have a beautiful product, you can sell for 50, but don't sell a $200 wallet. It's going to be very hard to sell. You can, of course, if that's your product, reach out to us and we'll tell you if we think it's somewhat sellable. And even today, we do sell $300 products on Amazon, but in general, try to avoid it. Obviously, if it's flammable, made with alcohol, made with anything that's flammable, it doesn't work. If it's a CBD product, it doesn't work. If it's a weapon, you probably want to avoid it. You also need to make sure that the product itself has the ability to restock. And what that means is, if you make, let's say, scarves, and every scarf that you make is different, that's not a good product for Amazon. Amazon needs a product that you can reproduce that product, you can recreate that product, and basically continue to stock up Amazon for that. Your product needs your brand on it. Your brand is how the world is going to see your product. So jumping to this product here, Raka is the brand. It says Raka's over here. They have a brand store. All right, this is Raka's store, and basically they're trying to, the brand makes a big difference. Your product should have a brand on it and a brand associated with it. You need a UPC code linked to the product. If you don't have one, speak to our account manager. We'll see if we can try to work that out with you. But you're definitely going to need a UPC code that relates to the product. The UPC code is a code, is a unique product identifier that is either called an ISBN or UPC. These are just names for a code that's associated for the product. You need to have proper labeling. Obviously, a product needs to say what it is. If it's a grocery product, you need to have the nutrition facts, and you need to have the product labeled properly. If it's a grocery product, you need to have at least a year shelf life to sell product. And of course, not only do you need a brand name associated, if you have a brand, you should have the brand printed on the product packaging. So if you, as I showed you before with Raka, they have the brand, printed as far as product packaging. So you do want to work on that as well. Make sure your product packaging is kind of on your brand. So these are general guidelines. I'm going to send you the 2 files I showed you, of course, after this call, as well as I'm going to give you an email address to start emailing after this call. In fact, I'm going to put that in the chat right now here before I give this to before I give this back to Ka. So I went through a general overview. I know this wasn't exactly a briefing for those of you that weren't sure to move forward. This is just a general process of selling on Amazon through this program, getting up, getting live, doing sales, do business, and selling product. And here is the email addresses in their chat box. If you want to grab that, that's for your account manager at Albert Scott. And we'll get back to the first step is, of course, going to be emailing out these 2 pages that we just discussed, as well as an agreement. If you have any question with their agreement, let's move forward, and then we're going to basically move forward to getting products launched and all of that. So thank you guys for listening to this little presentation here, and Kaz, back to you with regard to question and answer.
Shlomo, thank you very much for the presentation. I see there are questions already in the chat box coming from Ulisile. Probably, can you read out some of the questions? Then we'll take questions from the rest of the audience.
Yes. Good afternoon, colleagues. So I received these questions from one of the firms that we are working with at Eswatini. So the first question to you, Shlomo, is that it's about Amazon fees. So the firm is asking, from the information we received thus far, we can see Amazon charges at 15% commission, 9% handling fee, and a marketing fee. after 3 months, if or on the silver package. My question is, will we be on the silver package, and what are the percentage market fee Amazon charges? That's the first question.
Yeah, so when it comes to the fees, the way this works is with a financial model. So if you hang in there for 1 second, I'm going to show you what a financial model looks like. And just kind of, I'm not going to go through the very big details here, but I will show you a financial model here if you give me but 1 moment. All righty. Okay.
Okay.
All righty. Give me 1 more second here. Got to pull up this file. All right, found it, and share screen. All right, here's what a financial model looks like. All right. Now, in fact, this is actually built around a product that exists today in Amazon. So you can ignore. So in fact, this is a product that exists today in Amazon. This is for another Albert Scott client, but they're trying to figure out the retail price. All right. So here's the product price in Amazon, $49.95. All right. When you sell your product for $49.95, here's your retail after the coupon. All right. The first thing is the FBA fee. An FBA fee is basically the fulfillment. FBA stands for fulfillment by Amazon. And that's FBA, fulfillment by Amazon. An FBA fee means the warehouse shipping price of the product from Amazon's warehouse to the customer when the customer orders it. So that's based on the size and the dimensions of the product. This one is $3.64. The next fee is the Amazon storage fee, and that's based again on the size of the product, and that means how much is it going to cost to keep the product at Amazon. So that's going to be 10 cents a unit. The next world is the Amazon referral fee, which is complex, but it's either 15% or 8% depending on the product category. If it's a grocery product, if it's a beauty product, if it's an electronic product, it goes up to 17%. So this referral fee, every product is different. That's why we need to know what your product is before we make a financial model. The same way we need to know what the size is before we choose your FBA fee. We got to know what the product is before we make the referral fee. All right. Then there's an Albert Scott management fee. That is the fee that my firm takes, which is 8% of the retail. There's a prep fee. A prep fee means we've received the goods in our Albert Scott warehouse. We're labeling it. We're shipping it to Amazon. All right. That's usually between 35 to 75 cents. That's the prep fee. We factor in some amount of people are not going to like the product and are going to return it. So there's going to be some loss. So we factor in a little bit of loss. And that means on the $49 sale, you're going to receive back from Amazon on every sale $33.47. Of course, if they put on a coupon, then the pricing goes down to $44.95, and you're going to have to pay Amazon a little bit for the coupon. So you'll make $28.45. That allows you to put a coupon. Now you're going to use this file to say, okay, fine, I'm not sure. Should I sell it for 40? All right, at $40, I make, $25. That might be profitable. What about maybe 55? And at $55, I make $37. Pretty good. So I'm not sure, which one I want to do. Hence, the financial model that you're using here to determine your price, and it factors in all of the fees. What's not factored in your financial model are 2 important numbers. The first one is how much did it cost you to make the product, your cost of goods. And the second one is how much did it cost you to ship those goods to the Albert Scott warehouse. So you're going to take this number and say, all right, I make the product for $10 each, and it cost me $5 to ship the product. So that means that, I'm selling it for 15 and I'm getting back 32. So I'm making $17. That's the idea of a financial model. Very important for initial stages to when you choose your price, you choose it based on these numbers like you're asking about the different fees associated with it. So this should cover that, and I hope it does. But if you have more questions, sure, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Slomo. I've got 4 more questions, but I don't know if you'll want to take questions from the audience as well. Then you'll come back to me.
Right. Yeah, I think what we'll do is let's alternate. Right now, let's take, there's a hand from Swazi Kendros, if the hand is still up. Then after that, we come back to the to your other questions. Swazi Kendros, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Shlomo. We'd just like to clarify if we do the barcodes from our side, or does Albert Scott handle the barcoding once our products arrive there?
So barcodes there, just to clarify that piece, there's a few barcodes. The first is a UPC code associated with the product. It doesn't have to be on the product, but every product on Amazon, when you back to Amazon here, sorry, I didn't mean to, I'm going to share again, but Amazon always connects a UPC code to a product. So, you want to have a UPC code related to your product. If you have UPC codes that you already associate with your products, great. If not, speak to us. We can maybe try to help you get a UPC code or not. You got to speak to it. It's not generally what we do, but we've have a lot of experience with it. But so on this product over here, this Claritag product, if you scroll to the bottom page, you'll see over here UPC. All right, there's a UPC code associated product. The UPC actually does not need to be printed on the product. It just needs to be connected to the product, that you guys say that this UPC code relates to this product. So we can tell Amazon, this is the UPC code for the product. The second barcode that's necessary is when you use Amazon Fulfillment Centers, or FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon, you need to have an Amazon barcode on each product. That we're going to take care of by labeling each product when it comes into our warehouse and shipping to Amazon. So the answer is we're going to handle the actual preparing the goods for the Amazon with the actual labeling. Same thing with bagging. Like, so jumping back to, this product over here, we're going, we bag these 3-packs. We get cases, we make them, turn them into, we box these 3-packs, bag these. So we can, of course, take your pallets, break them down and make them, the right size for Amazon. It might be a 3-pack, it might be a 5-pack, it might be a 6-pack, or in some cases, it may just need to be bubble wrap so it doesn't break and stuff like that. So we'll do the prep. That's going to be included in your financial model depending on the prep necessary. So some prep will be as simple as a label, and that will just be 30 cents or so. Some prep will be boxing and bubble wrapping, and that can go up to $1.25 if you're got a lot of work that needs to go on each individual product. Of course, once you're going to factor that into your retail price, so that to make sure that when that's reduced from your price, you're still profitable afterwards. So barcoding, the UPC code, you kind of need to give the product. It doesn't need to be on it, but you do need to tell Amazon what the UPC code is. An Amazon barcode does need to be on every product. We will put that on for you once the product hits the Albert Scott warehouse. I hope that answers that.
Thank you.
Right. Thanks. Willie, can we get to the second question?
Yes, the second question is related to the one that Isaac has just asked. It's talking about packaging. It's package. Are we to send items individually packed, ready to be sent to the consumer, or do we ship in bulk and packaging are done by Amazon according to the number of units purchased?
So you actually have to choose how you want. Amazon does not have the ability to break apart bulk and basically put a number and ship it. So if you want to sell, let's say, a 4-pack of your product on Amazon, we need to assemble that 4-pack before Amazon receives it. Amazon doesn't even understand what a 4-pack is. It just understands item sold or not sold. So if you sell a 4-pack, you ship the pallet of 4. So again, the product should be labeled for individual sales, so to speak, as much as that. We're not going to take bulk, chocolate bars and put the bars in their packaging. But if you send a case of chocolate bars in their packaging, and it comes to how much, you want to sell a 4-pack on Amazon, we'll take that packaging, put it in a bag, 4 of them, and ship it to Amazon. Now, if a guy wants to buy 8, he can buy 2 4s, of course, but he's not going to be able to, let's say, mix and match. He's not going to be able to say, my 4-pack should be 1 chocolate, 1 vanilla, 1 almond, and 1 cashew. He's not going to be able to do that. We have to pre-assemble the multi-packs before they're received at Amazon, and we'll do that internally at my warehouse. So at the financial model level, that's when you determine your pack size. You say, I'm going to sell a 3-pack, and I'm going to sell it for $39.99. Your listing is going to be all around your 3-pack, meaning it's going to be a 3-pack listing. It's going to show a picture of 3. It's going to have the retail price of 3. Everybody knows it's 3. We're going to assemble the 3-pack when we get it. So you sent us a case of 12s. We may take it. We put 3 in a bag, 3 in a box, depending on the product, of course. Ship it to Amazon. Customer orders it. Amazon just thinks it's one item. They don't realize there's 3. Even they may not realize even there's 3 inside. A guy orders it. The guy receives it, opens it. It's a bag of 3. All right. So the process of assembling the multi-pack, we can assemble the multi-pack. But again, you know, we're not putting product in packaging, so to speak, meaning the product's already labeled. We're just assembling, so to speak, the last level of shipping, assembling, you know, putting the products into a bag to make a 3, making sure if it's a glass bottle, it's bubble wrapped, that kind of stuff. Try to avoid glass if you have plastic, you know, just as a rule. We've just dealt with a lot of glass here. Glass is a nightmare. One of the brands we've launched in this program was, you know, tough was they sold a hot sauce with a few glass bottles in a box. The hot sauce sold very well over this past holiday season. All right. At one point, it really was, you know, killing it, so to speak, as far as the sales. The problem was the glass wasn't packed well together. We did the best we can assemble, but within the box itself, the black glass wasn't, and many of the products broke. And unfortunately, the product got bad reviews. So, you know, try to, you know, do what you can to make sure the product is as ready for the customer and as shippable as possible. We're going to just do the last piece, which is trying to protect it if possible from shipping, doing the best we can to. So if you have 2 glasses already in a box, we can protect the box, but we're not going to go into your box to kind of protect your bottles. So make sure that your products are, you know, so to speak, built around, you know, ready to ship in the general sense of things. We'll handle the last, you know, the last assembling of the multi-pack, the preparing the goods for the shipping. We'll ship it to Amazon. If you have questions, of course, ask your account manager and make sure that, you know, he gets back to you. You're not sure if this is shippable. I'll say, okay, fine, send me some pictures of it. And we'll make a decision of how exactly we're going to be packing before you even ship it to the US. So we're ready in order. We don't want fulfillment issues to come in the way. And fulfillment issues, you know, certainly do come in the way of selling some of these products.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you. Are there any other questions from the audience? Okay. In the absence of questions, Bolisile, please proceed. I see you had 4 questions or so.
Yes. Yes. So this one is about the import security filing. Is this something that our own couriers could help us with? And also, where is a customs assigned import number obtained?
I don't, I'm gonna feel this, punt this one to Kaz, just because, you know, when it comes to the actual import part, we ask you guys to work with the Trade Hub as best as you can. We're specialists in Amazon, but unfortunately on the import side, even though we've, you know, again, your account manager will have more experience with this, so he's already imported a lot of brands. I actually have very little personal experience with this, so I don't know even, you know, the answer to this at all, but maybe Kaz can answer some of these questions.
Right. So, okay, we can skip this one for now. I see there's Fikile.
We can skip this one. Okay.
Fikile.
Hello, good afternoon. Shlomo, thank you very much. Surely, the more packaging we do on our side, the less you have to do. We should try and get that as close as how you would want it to reduce the costs to us on your side.
Absolutely. It will reduce the cost, it will reduce the breakage, it will reduce the, you know, the likelihood of error. The closest you can get to basically that the product should be ready to ship to a customer, you should do on your end. You can do it better, you know your products better, you can do it for cheaper, and it does everybody. You can get it to Amazon quicker. Every way it works better. So you're 100% correct when you say if you can. So if you, for example, if you have a glass bottle, for example, you have a box that will handle this glass bottle, and you plan on selling a single glass bottle at a time, box it yourself, put it on a pallet already boxed. It's going to be much cheaper than using us for boxing it. and you'll be ready to ship, and you'll know that the product will survive better because you know your product and you know that box is sturdy and you know it can work. So 100%, the more you guys can do on your end, the better we can help assist you on the Amazon side.
But of course, we will be needing your guidance. We will also ask for guidance on our end.
For sure, and we'll provide what we can to make sure that you guys know about what best practice is and what the best way forward is. Again, sometimes we don't know. You'll have to see if we don't know if something will last the shipping process. We can trial it. Of course, you always want to err on the side of safety and caution instead of on the side of getting bad reviews because people receive my product and it was broken. That's a real shame to have a product that's up and selling well, and then unfortunately all the reviews come and say the product doesn't last the shipping and of the sales dropping on the product. That's what we want to avoid. So let's try to see if we can run with that.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Thank you very much. Wellesley, let's move on to number 6.
Okay, I think this is the last question, and I think somebody you did cover part of it about okay, who determines the price that the product will be listed for sale on Amazon?
One more time, what was the question?
Who determines the price that the product will be listed for sale on Amazon? So
each brand, you guys sitting in your, where you are going to, pricing on Amazon can change in a second. You can sell it for $15 this morning, $17 this afternoon, $19 tonight, and $13 tomorrow morning. All right. Pricing on Amazon is malleable. It changes based on, and if you guys send a note to your account manager, we want to raise the product $2, price $2. He'll do it, and within a half hour, your price will be $2 more expensive. So first thing you have to understand about Amazon pricing is it's not that when you sell on Amazon, you give a number on the day one and that's the number. It's not how it works. You can always change your price as long as you're selling your product. But you are the ones that determine the price, and you're going to use that financial model that I've sent over to determine a price that is profitable on the for you guys. You know what your cost of goods are. You know what the cost of shipping it to Albert Scott, the warehouse in the United States. You're going to have to figure that out, and you're going to choose a price that when the fees are reduced from the sale price on Amazon, you are left with a number that after your cost of goods and after your shipping to the United States, you're profitable. You're also going to choose, of course, try to choose a fair price for the customer, that it's sellable and not too expensive. So you're the ones that choose the price. Just because you chose a price today doesn't mean you're stuck. You can always change it when you're up live on Amazon. You can lower it, you can raise it. So you have to know that that's not one time and you determine it. Your financial model is what you're going to do. You'll say, okay, fine, maybe today we'll try it at a little cheaper, and you'll use your financial model to say, if I sell it for, instead of 20, I sell it for 18, I only get 10 back. That's fine. I'll sell it. Let's try selling it for 18. Or it's selling very well at 20. Maybe we should try selling it for 22 and make an extra $1 or $2. We'll try that as well. You send your note to your account manager. He raises the price, and now your product is selling for 22. So you do have the ability to change pricing, but you are the ones that determine the retail price, and you do it through a financial model, seeing what the profitability is at each price point, and say, okay, fine, 18. I like what I'm seeing here. I make 10. Very good. That's the price I want to come out with on the market. Is a general guidance on the marketing side. We always tell brands, come out with your lowest price on day one, and then raise it once you start selling. Because you want to, the first issue with selling on Amazon is making sure that the sales happen. First, you need to drive revenue. You need your reviews to come in. You need people to start buying the product. You need to build a rate of sale. And that you want to be the most aggressive price you can. So that you come in your cheapest. So let's say the cheapest you want to sell a product is for 15. You say, okay, I'm going to come out on Amazon for 15. Month 2, I'll raise it to 18 where I'm more profitable. So the prices can be changed at any point. You use your financial model to figure it out, but each one of you guys, the owners of your brand and the directors of your brand, or whoever's managing the Amazon part of your brand, is the one that determines what the retail price is at any point.
Right.
Okay,
thank
you so much.
Right. Are there any other questions? So there's the one related to the IFS import filing import security filing. That you can also talk to your shipper, and they can help, or you can also reach out to CBP, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, for more information. I've just uploaded, I've just typed in the general security filing email to which you can send your questions regarding the IFS for more information. Any other questions? Are we ready to ship to Albert Scott?
I'm ready. Kaz, one thing, of course, is if you can, after this, make introductions, just address it to Moshe. If you can use that international Albert Scott, just because we're, I know that you could compile that list of brands ready to launch here. We like to compile it on our end and understand who it is and what it is. So if you can start making those introductions after this call, that would be amazing. So just right now, just as far as Moshe is your account manager for now. There'll probably be different account managers for different people, but at that international at Amazon at Albert Scott, international at Albert Scott email address, please address it to Moshe, and for all intents and purposes, please make introductions as soon as possible. We want to get the ball rolling as soon as possible.
All right. Thank you very much, Shlomo, and for the presentation. So just to conclude, we have got a few key tasks that we need to accomplish, the exporter and Albert Scott and ourselves. So the first part is obviously the agreement between Albert Scott and the importers. So that's why Shlomo is talking about those introductions. So we'll do those introductions, and immediately agreements are dispatched to the exporters. So I encourage you to quickly attend to those. If you've got areas that you are not clear about, please reach out to Albert Scott so that those areas, those unclear areas are clarified. So that would be the first part. Then obviously my first question one of my comments when we opened this session was on some of the delays that we have encountered, and this is related to delayed shipments. So generally, globally, there are shipment delays. So I'm hoping that all the firms that have signed deals with USA Trade Hub have got their products ready and are ready to ship. That's one of the delays that we faced. Introduced to Albert Scott, but the exporter is not ready to ship, and that causes a further delay in the process. So I am hoping that everyone is ready, is raring to go. Please ship your products as soon as you're done with your contracts. Then Shlomo, in his presentation, he also mentioned something about communicating with Albert Scott. Please communicate. If you are facing any challenge, so communicate to Albert Scott, communicate to USA Trade country teams, communicate with some of the partners that are supporting you in this process. Communicate. It's very important. There might be a solution somewhere. Also communicate among yourselves as exporters. There might be some solutions there. So for me, I think those are some of the key steps. For firms that are still thinking about, please make your decision. If you decide to be on board, reach out to your country teams and get assistance on how to list. Then allow me then to thank again Albert Scott for the presentation and for being a partner. You showed us some of the success stories. One of the products that you showed there, 260 brands, is actually from Zambia. So congrats to 260 brands and others that have done well as well. I see Black Mamba, Doggy Milk from Botswana. Thank you very much. And also to thank our guests, the exporters who are on the call. Thanks for making time and for your interest to explore the US market via online listing. Also, our partners, we are not doing this on our own, especially now that we concluding the project. We working with partners in different countries who are supporting the exporters. Thank you very much. And then lastly, but not least, USA Trade Hub staff, the country teams, putting together, calling, reaching out, supporting, providing guidance to exporters, being the linkage. Thank you very much. It's 4:01. Please enjoy the rest of your evening, and Tomo, enjoy the rest of your day.
Have a great one. Thank you guys so much for all your time today.
Thank you.